I'm 23 and I made 65,000 in a month. And the honest answer for how it happened is not what most people expect when they click on a video like this. It wasn't hustle. It was not luck. It was not a magic niche or being in the right place at the right time. It was a very specific way of thinking about clients, systems, time, and where I put my energy. And I had to learn most of it the hard way. This video is me explaining what actually got me there. I am not going to walk you through my whole story. What I'm going to tell you is how my thinking actually changed when I was making $0, 10,000 a month, and now 65,000 a month. The things that shifted how I build, how I choose clients, how I structure my business, and why the business works the way it does now. And while you clicked on this video trying to find a secret formula or script or cold email I used to get there, I'm actually going to give you something better instead. What I'm actually going to give you is a framework that you can use and replicate it and make it your own. Okay guys, so the way I'm going to explain what actually got me there is the main 5 principles that I utilize to build my business. The first one is going to be the business model. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be talking about. There are 3 main ways that you can run a business, especially when you're creating something of a service-based business. Okay, so the first one is the done for you. So this is where you essentially run the whole thing for the client and they don't have to put in any effort or inputs to make it work on their end necessarily. Then there is a done with you model, when you maybe set up a part of a system, but then you teach them how to run it, or maybe you do some sort of coaching that helps them, they need to essentially do some work to make it work. And the last one is the do-it-yourself. So the do-it-yourself, this is what we call courses, okay? So I hope it makes sense. Okay, so I don't know if you can read it, but it says courses, okay? So this is where they watch a video and they just kind of need to implement it themselves, okay? There's not much hand-holding involved. They just watch the videos, they do it, okay? And usually they, the success rate is lower, but it's also cheaper. So that's better. So when I started my business, if I look now back 2 years ago, I left my job 12 months ago. So it's been officially 1 year now that I'm out of the corporate, and I was working in Revolut in tech sales. And so I started the business with this model. Okay. So it's been like a year that I was running it. So you're saying that I'm going to set up my paid media systems and you just pay once. And then on top, you get performance. Okay. So I thought this is awesome because essentially I win and they win. Okay. So I asked for a setup fee. That way I kind of can pay my team. I can set up the thing and it doesn't cost on my end to set it up. And the performance was also awesome because then I thought, okay, they win, I win, and everyone is happy. And the performance meant either book calls, essentially, right? So I bring them book calls or sales, a percentage of sales. While I was doing everything I could to get the booked calls, make them show up, and the systems were working really, really well, what I realized is now that the client is not putting in any effort whatsoever. Like, for example, I bring in calls and then they do not show up. And that sucks because then they cannot make sales and then they blame me somehow, right? So the done for you model, while it works, and there's so many agencies that actually run that way, multi-million agencies, right? You need to be very, very careful what type of clients you attract, and they need to be high quality clients. Yeah. So quality of the clients are very, very dependent on this model. And of course, how good is your system? That's also important, right? So if you can systemize it, operationalize it, and run it well, that's awesome. And you also need to make sure that you are only paid for the things and the variables that you can control. So for example, at first I started with sales and then I realized they're actually very bad at salesmanship and they don't really care about any of those things. And they have just so much chaos because I was so naive. I thought all the businesses are awesome. There's no chaos in a business, but then I realized that actually people are very bad at sales. They're just so slow to reply or they don't show up to calls. And I thought, wow, this is quite crazy. And so then I decided, okay, the only thing that I can control is how many bookings I bring. And then I started charging like $250 to $500 per booking. And so that worked for a while. And what I'm doing right now with the current business model, I mentioned I was running it for a year, and now it's been more or less a year of running a hybrid. So what I decided to do instead is to create like a hybrid between done for you and done with you. Because end of the day, DIY is awesome, but I didn't want to do it. And also it's too big of a change. So I decided, why don't I just like marry them? Okay. And then merge them. So I created a done for you / done with you offer. So the done for you is a setup. So we set it up and we have a guarantee attached to it with a guarantee. So we know it works, we know that it's running smoothly. And then the done with you. So we set up the system. We know it's running properly, but then we coach them on how to continue to run that system so they don't have to rely on us. Because end of the day, we were a marketing agency. And as you know, marketing agencies, they can charge from $3K to $5K a month sometimes, okay? Because it is expensive. Maybe some of you are paying $1,000 and that's awesome for you, but probably you're not also getting the best results. good agencies cost a lot. And so I thought, okay, why don't I marry this way? And what very quickly happened is I started attracting clients who also wanted to make it work. Because then I saw that what they're showing up to calls, they're closing them, they're asking me for feedback. And yeah, even with Done For You actually offer, I created a whole training and I told them, send me your scripts. I'm gonna make your scripts. I'm gonna make you train you how to do sales. But then I thought, I mean, might as well just buy their business and run it for them, right? Like if you don't care about sales, like it's not my problem. And so this is working very, very well at the moment and actually brings very good clients because they also want to work. And I also make sure that they know that upfront because that's also important. The second thing that I'm going to talk about is ranking your clients. So as I mentioned before, attracting good quality clients is very, very important. So what I started to do now in my sales calls, instead of, just them making vet me, which is so valid, I completely understand even when I am buying a service provider as a business, I understand how important it is to have that trust with someone and understand that what they're doing is correct. But what I started doing as well is I started ranking them on I'm not sure how it's called, but this is red and then yellow and then green, right? And even in my sales calls at the moment, I say, I'm asking all these hard questions like, are you going to show up to sales calls? How important this is for you? And what happens if you don't do this, etc., to make sure that I know that you are somewhere here, right? Because even though actually we have so many success case studies, I still get here and there some clients that we set up the system, we build everything out, and they just completely ghost. They completely ghost. They do not reply to emails. You can be sending 10 emails, and people just don't want to put in that work. And so that comes down to like 10% that happens, right? And I want to be right here because end of day, I understand short term, you want to make the most amount of revenue and the most amount of money that you can possibly make. And it's so valid that I understand where you're coming from as a business owner. Now, I always want to say that you need to always prioritize long term. Okay. What do I mean by that is that I would rather say no here more often so that I prioritize long term. Because what happens is that you get a client, right? And they succeed, right? Now, if they do not succeed, that means that they do not turn into a case study. So, okay, so this is what I'm going to create. You have a client that is awesome. They're happy because they're successful. And so what you can do now is you can have an interview with them. You can ask them for a testimonial because they're happy. And more case studies you have, the better it is for your business because now you can get even more clients. Now, what happens if you prioritize short term is that you get these bad clients that are actually not happy and you do not get case studies. And if anything, they try to tarnish your brand. So it's so, so important to have these yellow and green clients. I even had some dude, actually, he's one of our clients, Alex. He's so good. One of the things I wrote to him, like, wow, you're so proactive. Thank you so much for sending the sales script for me to review. And he's like, yeah, I just want to be on the green lights client list. I'm like, this is the type of people you work with. Like, you cannot make them win if they don't want to win, no matter how much effort you can put in. And it applies actually not just business, actually just life overall, right? And so say no more often and have very, very description of what a good client looks like. Not just they are making X amount of revenue or they have this and this income, they're a doctor or whatever and whatnot, okay? But also like those soft qualities. Do they respond to emails? Do they ask questions? And so on, okay? Very important. The third thing that changed my business is truly, truly thinking in systems. Because especially when you're a young entrepreneur or not even young, when you're just starting a business, you can be old as well. You are very easily taken aside or you go astray based on everything that's happening to you emotionally. And when I say systems, I literally mean this, okay? So the way it looks like, there's inputs, they go into processes, SOPs or processes. I don't know if I wrote this correctly, okay? Go into outputs, and then we have feedback here. Inputs. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you're creating pasta and and the inputs, what would be? They would be ingredients essentially. So maybe you got tomatoes, maybe you got pasta, you got sauce, you got water, you got a pan or whatever you need to make pasta. Okay. And so you have all these ingredients. So the SOPs or processes, that would be the recipe that you're using. Okay. So essentially it says, number one, take out a pot. Number two, fill that pot with 2 liters of water. Number 3, put that pot on top of the oven. Number 4, put on the stove on whatever, right? Those would be the processes. Outputs is pasta. And then feedback is good, salty, right? How does it taste? So this is the feedback that we get. As an example, I'm gonna literally replicate what we do for clients, but to kind of explain it to you, okay? So inputs would be strangers. So we have strangers. They saw the ad and they need to go through a certain processes to become a what? A student or client, depending on how you call them. Some people call them clients, some people could just call them students, okay? The different steps that you need to take. So as an example, watch the ad, right? So that would be number 1. They need to watch the ad, read the copy. Then they need to, number 3, click. Number 4, read the headline, and so on. So there's step of kind of this relationship between stimuli. So they get stimuli, so they stop. 3 seconds of the ad is the most important part, right? So they get this 3-second stimuli and they stop. Then they watch the ad. This is the second action. Then the next stimuli is awesome first line ad copy, and then they read it, right? So stimuli, action. So they go like ping pong through all this SOPs and they become students and clients. At some point, they book in a call, they listen to the agenda, they agree to the agenda, and so on, right? So this is all within one system. There's many small subsystems. And then the feedback is KPIs. So that would be like click-through rate, cost per lead, cost per booking, cost of client acquisition. So once you're tracking every single step, you're not making any emotional decisions. And so what that really helps is to put away the emotion. Now you know exactly where the funnel is breaking. Maybe CTR is too low. Maybe it's below 1%. Now you know that the ad needs to be better. So you just improve it. Okay, no emotions. The 4th principle that really changed everything in business that I understand is the time formula. The thing with time and the thing with money is that money takes time. Imagine this is time on this axis. So we can do month 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, right? So this is months. And here's essentially revenue, whatever it is. And of course, when you start a business, you either start at 0 or minus. So you start maybe at 0, then you lose some money, and then you start making money, as an example. And so this is painful because this is maybe you're paying for some softwares and it really hurts because you don't have enough clients yet and you still need to pay for these softwares, or you're learning stuff, or maybe you're working for free. I had 3 free clients with our co-founder and we were losing money and it really hurts. And if anything, it feels so long, this period of time. It's just so painful. And like I usually say, like it can take 3 to 12 months. It depends. Now, I want you to understand that after that, of course, it goes all up. When you make that 65K, 100K, whatever amount of dollars, even though you made this maybe year 2, why you're really making that money is because of all the work that you did right here and right here. What I'm trying to explain to you is that whatever amount of money you made this month, for example, right now it's June, what you really need to go and do is just log back on all the inputs and actions you did 2-3 months before. Even better, 3 years ago. It will really tell you what type of decisions you're making. If you're really not the revenue that you want to be at, or you're not at, level of success that you want to be at, just really think that number 1, it's all you and you're the only one who's at fault. And number 2, maybe just taking time. Maybe you're just here and you want to be here, but it'll take time. So the thing with money is that it takes time. Whatever you got here, you need to go back and look at all the actions and, as we said in the systems, inputs you've been doing to get there. How many cold DMs you've been sending, how many ads you've been creating, how many, whatever inputs you are tracking in your scorecard, this is what you need to look like, okay? Always look back 2-3 months, what you've been doing 2-3 months ago to look at your current revenue. If anything, I do 3 years, okay? So I'm creating content right now, but it's not going to give me any results tomorrow or today. If anything, it's going to be like 5 years from now, okay? That I'm going to be reaping all the rewards. So the thing with money is that it takes time. And the last, and actually the most important principle of them all, when you're starting from complete zero, if not minus, to get to making thousands of dollars, is focus, okay? So I'm going to give you an example of a person A and then a person B. And person A, they have 5-10 different hobbies. Their direction and energy is split into many different directions. And what is the thing about energy and focus is that it is limited. Okay, so there's only a single, let's say that there's 100 units of energy per day. And whatever you decide to waste it on, it's really just a decision. That could be a right or wrong decision. And so imagine person A has 5 hobbies. What he really does or she does is that splitting those different hobbies in 5 different directions, and 100 divided by 5 is what? 20, right? 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And that is all they can do. They can just go up to here by 20 units every single day. In comparison of person B, who has one thing that they need to do, only one hobby or or whatever they're working on, okay? And what that person is going to really do, okay? So you can see as an example, here's 20 and here's 20, 100. Now, if you look, which person do you think will win long term? Person number B. Because wherever the energy flows is where the focus flows as well. And so you cannot compare person A and person B and think that the person A somehow will win long term in the same game that they're playing. So if they're both creating an agency, for example, or if both are doing whatever they're doing, serving students, their clients, or whatnot, but this person has a business and 4 other businesses, and this person has only one business, then of course this one will just win and smash, okay? So you really, really need to sit down and talk to yourself what sacrifices you're willing to make. Those other 4 different businesses that you're not working on will be all the sacrifices we'll have to make, and choose one thing that really matters in your business. And every single day when you make a decision, ask yourself, is this getting me to the goal? And if it's not, delete. No, 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 no. So that is the thinking. That is what actually changed. And the reason why I'm walking you through all of this is not because it is interesting. It is because every single of those shifts is now built directly into how Pacow operates. So the 65,000 a month was just the output. How I think about clients, systems, time, and energy is what produced it. And my business, Pacow Media, is what you get. When you build a business directly around that type of thinking instead of just chasing some sort of number. By the way, if you run an education business and you want to see how this actually looks in practice, ads, the funnels, the sale processes, the whole system, I have a free training that walks through all of it. Link is in the description. And if you already know you want to talk with me as well, the booking link is in there too. Go check it out. Bye-bye.